Hello and welcome to the UCRex Data Explorer tool. Today I'll be showing you how to run a query. The scenario we've chosen is that an investigator is doing a study about the genetic predispositions for adult onset diabetes mellitus. This investigator wants to pick a cohort with a high certainty that the patients will actually have adult onset diabetes. And she knows that there might be some errors in the EHR data. In order to find a patient cohort with a high likelihood of having adult onset diabetes, we will run the following query. First, we will go to demographics and age. We will include only patients who are 35 years old or older. We can select these and drag them over to Group 1, which is where we will build our query. Once these are selected, in Group 2, we can choose our next variable. Next, we want to make sure they actually have a diagnosis of diabetes. So if we scroll down and open ICD-9, Diseases and Injuries, then we can find diabetes in here. By dragging this, we're creating an AND query. This will mean that our cohort includes someone within the 35 to 84-year-old age range and has a diagnosis of diabetes. For the last group, we want to make sure that the patient has had an order for an anti-hyperglycemic medication. We can find these by scrolling down, opening up the medication, metabolism drugs, drugs used in diabetes, and select blood glucose lowering drugs and drag it over here to Group 3. Now when we run this query, all the patients included in our cohort result will be 35 to 84 years old with a diagnosis of diabetes and have a prescription for blood glucose lowering drugs. As this query is running, I'll describe a couple other features of this tool. In the bottom left corner, you can see previous queries that you've run. The tool stores all queries that you've done in the past so that you can easily access them if you need to run them again in the future without rebuilding each query. On the bottom right is where our results will show up once the query has finished running. Our query has finished, and the results are shown here in the query status box. According to the parameters that we set for this query, there are over 17,000 patients at UCSD, over 12,000 at UCLA, over 29,000 at UC Davis, and 9,000 at UCSF. These numbers can be used to help you plan a grant application investigating diabetes.